in fact, the case started out. Janus was saying, look, I am in the union. Listen me carefully, right? Janus from Illinois, right, a social worker, equivalent to a social worker, said, look, I'm in the union, and I'm opposed to what the union is doing. Guess what the union was doing? Guess what the union was doing? Not protesting. Guess what the union was doing? Not collecting dues. Guess what the union was doing?
Political contributions.
Not political contribution. Janus said, what did Janus say why he was opposed to the union?
It wasn't for him.
Yeah?
It wasn't for him.
They were asking for increase of pay, asking for increased pension, increased benefit. And that was increasing the taxes on the public. That was where it started. Right? And Janus said, look, I as a taxpayer should not have the union go and negotiate, and that will increase the taxes. I'm opposed to that. Some of the teachers said it explicitly, that they were opposed to the union, right? Because the union wants us to get increased pay and benefit. Because that would become a burden on the community. So it was affecting his freedom of speech. So essentially, what the case was about, right? Not to just to get rid of union. That is a mechanism to get rid of our pension and our pay. So what we have just put out there is our pay is equivalent to 52. The Brother Market reported to us at one meeting. Our pay, the physical cash that we get in our paycheck, is about 52% of our emolument, total emolument, with a pension, longevity, and these things, right? So if you allow them to cut some of these things, there's a whole lot of room, right? If we lose our pension, it's on the paper there. I don't remember how much percentage it is, whether 12% or. If they are able to take over our pension, that's what they are going to remove from it. I know that for the first 10 years we contribute to it. I understand that, right? I understand that, right? But essentially, right, that's what it is about. So we have to be very careful, right, about what's going on. So because of that, because of the high percentage, I'm saying the last speed, because of the high percentage of our pay that is in benefits, longevity and these things, we may not be getting it. And one of the reasons we may not be getting it is many of the time it's a time related. So we have to work this amount of years before we get that. So if we were on leave for this amount of time, we would not automatically get it until we work that out, right? So the computer couldn't just do it to say 5 years you are there from you started and therefore you get it. You have to go in and somebody have to compute what leave you were on if you were on certainly. You follow what I'm saying, right? So because of that now, it's not automatic that we just get it at a particular point. Somebody have to go in there and do that. But who is responsible for pay? Who is responsible to pay us? The employer. And the employer is not doing it. So if the employer does not do it, we have to go in and do that. And if we do not go in and do that, we may lose a whole lot of it. Right? And it was at a court, they have a case in court right now. There at the last piece. In 1944, black workers and white workers were in unions, and the unions were not representing the black workers. They took it to court, right? And the Supreme Court said, you have to represent everybody fairly. It's called the duty of fair representation. It was a race thing, right? And I'm closing up. The Supreme Court said, look, the Constitution required that everybody be treated fairly, right? And the ruling came down, DFR, duty of fair representation. Okay, that was 1944. A whole lot of cases have been between that. Right now, there are cases going on to say that if somebody make a telephone call and the person didn't get the answer that they want, they can sue the union, bankrupt the union. So they want to bankrupt the union, they want to weaken the union, they want to destroy the union, but ultimately it's one pay and benefit they want to get rid. And this is why Brother Heron has put out on us, right? has put out all of the 90% of the benefits that you're entitled to, right? So you have to know it. If we give it to you, right, we do not have the resources to come out and check everybody's pay stub. We can't do it. It's going to cost too much. We can't do it. So you have to do it yourself, right? So we are giving it to you. Up to an hour ago, we were on the computer trying to give you the content, table of contents, but we were not able to complete it, right? So if we have your email addresses, we can send that to you.